All that time, Varric and I kept on searching for Bertrand. We knew his expedition made it out of the deep roads. They even managed to salvage Sandal's petrified ochre. Even though I have no idea who would be buying that, but his trail went cold on the surface. Regardless, he owed me one life and I planned to collect.
Hawke, I've got some news. And maybe you should be sitting down for this. Or drunk. Or both.
If you have something to say, Varric, say it.
Yes, I know. I'm being a pansy. I've had an ear out for Bertrand. After the deep roads, he ran to Ravane, probably because he knew I couldn't track him. But I hear he might be back in Kirkwall. He called in loans from a few of his contacts in Hightown.
Would Bertrand really risk coming back here?
I think we both know by now that Bertrand would risk anything for money. There's a much better market here for that trinket he stole. And all his contacts are in Kirkwall.
Was he staying in Hightown, or just passing through?
If my information is good, and it's always good, he has a house there. Which gives us a good shot at having a word with my dear sweet brother.
I've really missed Bertrand. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
I agree. Bianca's been missing him something awful. Let's stop by his new house. Welcome him back to the neighborhood and all that. So that's how you greet your brother, is it, Bertrand? Fine. Say hello, Bianca.
That was the beauty of the shot! Oh, please, Bianca, I'll take you all! Better luck in the next one! I'll take you all! Can't give him an inch! Better luck in the next one! Somebody order a shot in the face? You want a piece of me? Let's dance, you sons of bitches!
Oh, Varric, please forgive me, my brother. I was just jealous of you. How could I ever compete with you for Mother's love?
Ciri, stop fooling around.
Bertrand really hasn't done much with this place, has he?
I don't get it. My sources saw people making deliveries here just a week ago. This looks like it's been empty for months.
Even if he was here a week ago, there's no one here now.
Well, this is still the best chance we've got to find my brother. Let's go in.
In fact, the house was not empty. And what we found inside was evil, even by Bertrand's standards.
These corpses aren't even stiff yet, Hawke. Somebody's been in here today.
They're gonna kill me! They're gonna kill me!
What on my coat? What did my brother do to these men? They were completely out of their heads.
Varric? Is that you? Praise the ancestors.
Hold up. I know this man. He's Bertrand's steward. Hugin, what happened here?
Varric, your brother. That statue he brought out of the deep roads. Bertrand said it sang to him
even after he sold it. I've been hiding in here, but the guards, they're like crazed animals. I didn't dare go past them. Everyone in this house has gone mad.
You said he sold the statue. To who?
I don't know. It's why we came back to Kirkwall. He was already starting to rant about the sodding idol and its singing. On his better days, he hated the thing. Wanted to get rid of it. But the minute it was gone, he got worse.
What did he do to the guard to turn them to this?
He's been forcing them to eat lyrium. Some of the servants, he cut pieces off them while they were still alive. He says he's trying to help them hear the song. Please stop him.
Bartrand's not exactly a nice guy, but this doesn't sound like my brother.
I'll find Bartrand and put an end to this.
Thank you. Maybe there's no one left alive in there. But if there is, grant them a quick end. Bartrand took the servants and locked himself inside the study. No one's come out for days. And those sodding lunatics just keep prowling the halls.
Then we go in after him. Come on, Hawke. Let's finish this.
I can't hear it anymore. I just need to hear the song again. Just for a minute. Stop saying that! I know I shouldn't have sold the idol to that woman. It was a mistake! A mistake.
Bartrand, get a hold of yourself. Do you know where you are? Do you know what you've done?
Varric, you'll help me, won't you, little brother? Help me find it again. You were always a good one.
Help you? Bartrand, you left me to die. You left all your men to die. And for what? Some trinket? Look at yourself. Look at what you've done to the men and women who served you. Where's your nobility, brother? Where's your dwarven honor?
You might as well be talking to the wall. His mind is gone.
Damn you, Bartrand. Tell me. Why'd you do it, Bartrand? Were you already crazy before we even went into the deep roads? Or was it all the statue?
Idol, not a statue. It wants to be worshipped. It wants me. It wants me back. She stole it from me. For this.
Who did you sell the idol to, Bartrand?
She glittered like the sun, but her heart was ice. She will not feed it, not like I did.
You're not getting any answers.
For 3 years, all I've wanted is to look him in the eye and get his answers. Why he abandoned us in that tide. What any of this was for. I guess there's nothing he could say that would make it right.
Let's finish what we came here for, Varric.
Right. Still going to feel good pulling that trigger.
Oh! Oh!
Come on. I don't want to look at this place anymore.
Something on your mind, Varric?
I should thank you for your help with my brother. He deserved it after what happened to Bethany, but I couldn't have gone through with that on my own. He was never what you'd call nice, or pleasant, or hygienic. But he was my only brother.
Look at it this way. You didn't really lose a brother, you gained control of the family businesses.
Sure. I've always wanted to waste my life arguing with the Merchant Guild. That's probably what drove Bartrand crazy in the first place. I don't know if surface dwarves go back to the stone, or hang around singing hymns with Andraste, or what. I just hope wherever he is now, Bartrand stays out of trouble.
Any idea what really went on with him and that statue?
Well, the thing must be cursed. I don't know if it's magic, or demons, or the bile of the ancestors, but I think curse about covers it. If we're lucky, whoever he sold it to had the damn thing melted down for scrap. Anyway, thank you. I'll keep looking into who bought that blighted statue. At the very least, they need to be warned about what happened.
That idol, powerful curse, has to be... Did it turn up again?
No, we found no trace of the buyer. She probably was a powerful mage able to lift the curse.
You have got to hear this, Hawke. There's this tale making the rounds. They're saying you single-handedly fought off a pirate invasion at midnight on the sacred ground of the Chantry.
Don't the stories mention my stunning good looks? What about my cunning wit?
Nope. They skip straight to the part about the lovable dwarf with the gorgeous crossbow and the heart of gold. I try to steer them straight, but you know how stories go. Just don't be surprised if people seem in awe.
What compels you to spin these ridiculous tales?
I love the sound of my own voice, and I'm a compulsive liar. Honestly, I don't know. It's just something I do. There's power in stories, though. That's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last. Might as well be mine.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the main character in these tall tales of yours?
There's a recipe to a good hero, Hawke. It's like alchemy. 1 part down to earth, 1 part selfless nobility, 2 parts crazy, and you season liberally with wild falsehoods. You let that percolate through a good audience for a while, and when it's done, you've got your hero.
I find it hard to believe you're spreading these stories without getting something in return.
Well, that just shows what you know, Hawke. The stories are their own reward. You really need to see the look on someone's face when I tell them you ripped the arms off an ogre. Just once.
I guess all works. A little reverence wouldn't hurt, though.
You're beautiful, deadly, and hang out with fantastic dwarves. It would be a crime if people didn't talk about you. Anyway, I'll quit exaggerating before it goes to your head.
Every successful witcher needs his dandelion.
Not bragging about, but mine has a self-loading crossbow.
You've had many lovers, haven't you? Fewer than some think. But you never stay with them. No, why should I? But the act of lovemaking is so... intimate. I don't make love. What I do is only skin deep, kitten. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Come to me, and I'll take you to places you've never been.
Isabella, are you talking to Bianca?
I think she deserves to feel a woman's touch on her trigger, don't you?
Bianca responds to my touch. She'd never give it up for you.
That's what they always say, and I always prove them wrong.
Stop it. You're confusing her. And me.
Unfortunately, the death of Bartrand was not the last we had seen of that expedition, or the deep roads.
You! This is your fault! You and that blighter, Varric Tethras.
What did I do?
You'll be the end of my boys.
I don't even know who you are.
Yevon, member in good standing of the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Not that it really matters to people like you.
You'll have to be more specific. A lot of things are my fault.
My sons are lost in the deep roads because of stories about you. Your sodding glory and treasure.
Don't you dare blame her. We both know this was Iwan's doing.
If you want to keep your job, shut your mouth, woman.
Your boys are grown men. It was their own decision.
Your boys don't sound bright enough to follow a map. I'm sure they didn't get too far.
My boys aren't stupid. Foolhardy, maybe, but not stupid. You're the only one who knows where they went. They were following the path of your expedition. Please help me find them. Don't let my boys die down there.
Your sons made an expedition into the deep roads. Did anyone go with them?
They went alone, the fools. Just my 3 boys against every darkspawn in the deep roads.
Iwan is Yevon's middle son. The whole thing was his idea. Emrys and Merrin were just following his lead. The greedy bastard didn't want to hire anyone else if it meant he had to share the spoils.
Sounds familiar.
I thought coming to the surface meant I would never have to face losing my sons to the darkspawn.
Sounds like you're none too fond of Iwan, dear.
He's always been such a greedy thing, even as a boy.
Stop talking about my son like that.
He thinks he'll get rich quick off this expedition. He talked that fool Emrys and poor Merrin into going.
What about the other one? Merrin?
Merrin's a dear, sweet lad. Raised him myself since the day his mum died. He's the one who liked the stories best. He wanted to be a hero, though, not just rich. He craved adventure.
Adventure will get a dwarf killed. That boy needs to settle down and learn a trade. Play it safe.
Tell me about Emrys.
He's the oldest. but Iwan's been bossing him around since he learned to talk. Man's near 30 and has no backbone whatsoever.
His mother's death hit him hard, but he shouldn't be looking to his brothers for guidance.
Sure, I'll look. How many Darkspawn could have come back in 3 years anyway?
Why do I keep making friends with people who want to spend all their free time in the bloody deep roads?
Thank you, Messer. Those boys are my life. They entered the deep roads using the same passage you did. Please find them. I will see you rewarded for your efforts.
You sure you want to be down here? The last time it really didn't end well.
Blondie, I don't mean to sound critical, but have you considered a new line of work?
Such as?
Pretty much anything. I don't think Renegade Mage has a bright future, or any retirement plan.
Are you one of Yevon's sons?
Mistress Hawke? Please help me. My brother, Merrin. Iwan locked him in with the Darkspawn. He sealed the door, left me here and bolted for that passage. He's gone mad. All he cares about is that damned sword.
Last time I was here, we picked this place clean. What's your brother looking for?
Iwan called it the Heart Drinker. He says it's the masterwork of an ancient smith from this Tig. He bought a book from one of the Orzammar caravans. It had the location of the sword. Or at least to the golems who guard it.
Wandering the deep roads by himself won't get him coin, it'll get him killed.
Maybe I should have seen this coming. Iwan has been obsessed with that thing. He wouldn't tell us about the sword, but I never imagined he'd leave us to rot.
This is getting just a little too familiar, isn't it?
Please. I don't want my brother to be eaten by those monsters.
Get back to the surface. Looks like I have a date with the Darkspawn.
He's on the other side of that wall. You need to find a way to reach him. Please, come tell my father as soon as you have news.
I thought I was done for. Those sodding Darkspawn jumped me out of nowhere. Nearly took my arm off. My apologies. You saved my life, and I don't even introduce myself. I'm Iwan.
You're the man who abandoned his brothers to die at the hands of the Darkspawn.
Bah, I didn't abandon them. Merrin was already lost to the Darkspawn, and leaving Emrys behind was safer for the both of us. I am grateful for your timely arrival, but I'm sure Emrys needs your help more. Fool still believes Merrin can be saved. I'll only be a little longer, I'm sure. Then I can catch up and help you retrieve Merrin's body.
Emry said you were after a weapon. I'm here to make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
It's a dwarven artifact. It should be in dwarven hands.
How incredibly noble of you. The ancestors would be proud.
There has to be other treasure here you can hawk. Leave me to mine.
I don't think you're in any position to make demands.
You want the blighted sword, don't you? That's why you're here. You know what? Fine. The weapon is yours if you can get to it. This isn't worth my life.
Coward.
The man who told me about the sword sold me a control rod for a golem that protects it. You want the sword, you need the rod. What do you say? Everything I paid plus 10% for pain and suffering?
Varric will settle on a price with you.
All right, it's yours. Use the rod on the first golem, it should get you past the others.
darkspawn smashed the chest.
Maybe there's still something to salvage in this mess.
If you've got something to say, just spit it out.
Are you sure you want to encourage me? I might be about to confess my undying love.
I get that a lot. So, what's on your mind?
I just realized it's been a while since any of the gangs in the Undercity came to my door.
They're busy people. Places to go, throats to cut. Maybe you've slipped their minds.
Right. The apostate running the free clinic in the sewers. Easy to forget. You didn't have anything to do with this?
You must have me confused with someone else. I'm just a businessman and a storyteller.
Did Iwan speak the truth? Were you too late?
He's hiding something. Tell us the truth. What happened to my poor Merrin?
Iwan said Merrin sealed himself in with the Darkspawn to save his brothers.
If you want me to lie for you, you could have at least offered me a bribe first.
What are you talking about, Messer?
Father, Merrin didn't seal himself in with the Darkspawn. Iwan did...
Shut your mouth, Emrys.
No. I'm through listening to you, Iwan. You sealed Merrin in with the Darkspawn so you could go after that blighted weapon.
No! You bastard!
Iwan, is this your own brother? Get out of my sight! I'll kill you myself if I see you again.
Father, You cost me my family, Hawke. This isn't over.
I've got something for you, Varric.
My father's signet ring. Where did you find it? Bartrand pawned it off to pay for the expedition. I can't believe you found it. This sounds exactly like the sort of fake thing I'd make up about you.
When you tell people, mention that I got it from the belly of a dragon.
I'll throw in a couple of werewolves and a griffin for balance. Well, maybe now my contact at the gates of Orzammar won't ignore my letters. Paramount is hoping that if he just shuts his eyes tight and wishes, the real world will go away. Anyway, I owe you one, Hawke. Remind me later to put you on my tab.